Squish squish! Hi everyone, it's Tash and welcome to another Wednesday recipe video. And today we're going to be making Kuih Bakar Pandan. Timestamps are down below and in the video description if you want to skip the initial blah blah. But stick around if you want to hear a little bit about what we're making first. As some of you already know, I'm half Malaysian Chinese, so I love making kueh. Kueh basically roughly means cake slash biscuit slash snack. Lots of things are named kueh XYZ. This particular one, Kuih Bakar or Kuih Bakar Pandan, is basically more or less a baked custard with some flour in it. Quite often it's wheat flour, sometimes it's rice flour. I quite like using glutinous rice flour in mine just to give it a little extra bounce. You can use any, but in this particular recipe we're going to be using glutinous rice flour, also making it incidentally gluten-free. Now there's only one small thing I'm a little bit sad about, and that is I don't have a traditional flower-shaped Kuih Bakar mould. Traditionally this cake is baked in an iron skillet type thing. It's about yay deep and it has lobes like a flower. I don't have one of those, and it's quite a specialist bit of equipment if you're not making it all the time. That, and I barely have any more space in my tiny London flat for any more baking equipment. I'm sure I could fit it somewhere if I really wanted to, but I shouldn't. So I make this in a brownie pan. It's roughly a 12 by 9 inch one. Doesn't matter, it all bakes the same way. And at the end of the day, you get the same result with a really soft, custardy, silky centre and a crunchy, crusty sesame top. So with all that said, let's go to the kitchen and see how it's done. First, let's preheat the oven to 180 degrees C. To make the cake batter, I have 50 grams of glutinous rice flour. I'm going to add 100 grams of caster sugar, a good pinch of salt, and I'll give that a quick stir together. Now into the middle I'm going to drop in 4 eggs. And I'm going to give everything a good old stir. I've made a mess as usual, let me clean up a bit. Now I'm going to stir in a whole can of full fat coconut milk. And finally about half a teaspoonful of pandan paste. Let's set this aside for a second. And we're going to cook it almost like a Yorkshire pudding, because here I have 25 grams of unsalted butter in a brownie tin basically, which I've lined with some foil. And I'm going to pop it in the oven just until the butter is melted and is bubbling, so keep an eye on it, it just takes 1 or 2 minutes. There we go, I told you it didn't take long. Anyway, we're going to take a pastry brush and just brush the butter, ooh, there's some fluff, and spread the butter around down the bottom and up the sides. And now we're going to pour our Kuih Bakar Pandan batter, wow, that is quite a mouthful, straight in. Now we have to bake this for initial 10 to 15 minutes, just until the top has set, because we're not quite done yet, we need to give it a topping. So I'll see you in 10 to 15 minutes. Now as soon as you see the sides start to puff up and the top start to set, we're going to sprinkle a few tablespoonfuls of sesame seeds over the top. This is about 3 tablespoonfuls. And now we're going to pop this back in the oven for, let's say 20 to 30 minutes. It depends on your oven, just until it's really puffy and risen. So see you then. It's been 20 minutes, as you can see it's puffy. It will slowly go down and flatten, that's absolutely fine and normal. Now we just need to let it cool down completely. Once it's nice and cool, it's time to get chopping. One of the best things about doing it this way is you can just lift it out of the cake pan like that. And it's not that bad to clean, just a little bit of oil, butter residue. Let's undress the cake. And now, traditionally, if I'm not using the flower shaped mould, it's usually cut into diamonds. I have one problem with that though, and that's when you cut a square or rectangle into little diamonds, you always end up getting like little triangular bits here and there, which, you know, is fine, but I find annoying. So I'm just going to cut it into squares / rectangles. Let's pull out a slice so you can see the inside. Ah, beautiful. Crunchy, crackly sesame nutty top, smooth custardy middle. Let's take a dig into one of these. It smells amazing, by the way. You can really smell that pandan. I love the smell of pandan. Smell that, smell-o-vision. Look at how silky smooth it is on the inside as well. And of course, how squishy. Okay, coming back now because I don't want to drop it. Give it a stab. Cheers. Wonderful, ticks the Asian not too sweet box. Super rich and creamy because of that coconut milk. Smooth and custardy because the eggs, and of course the flour has stabilised the eggs and given it a nice set texture. And that slight bit of bounce from the glutinous rice flour. It almost melts in the mouth. It's not chewy like a mochi or a nyangao because we didn't put that much glutinous rice flour in. Only just enough to set it and stabilise the eggs. That's a wonderful dessert. And of course you have the crispy crunchy crust with the sesame seeds, and the outside as well because that butter almost kind of deep fried the outside. Like a Yorkshire pudding, like I said. Definitely up there with one of my favourite kueh. Don't ask me to rank them though because I would not be able to choose what's at the top. Possibly kueh talam. My other favourites, kueh lapis, the stripy colourful one that you can peel the layers apart, also steamed. Kueh ubi bingka, the cassava one, that's also baked one. And this one, kuih bakar pandan. There are so many kueh out there though. One day it's my mission to make them all. Maybe impossible though because don't forget, not only do you have Malaysian kueh, you also have Indonesian kueh. There's a lot of overlap between the two. Some you'll get both in both countries, and some you'll only get one in the other country. But it's a delicious challenge I am willing to take up. So there you go, delicious baked Kuih Bakar Pandan. Thanks for watching, I hope you enjoyed today's recipe video and I hope you'll join me next Thanks for watching, I hope you enjoyed today's recipe video and I hope you'll join me next Wednesday for my next one. Get the full written recipe on my blog tashcakes.com, follow me on Instagram, I'm tashcakes.taste, and find me on TikTok too, I'm tashcakes there too, but my handle is food in slow motion. Subscribe to my channel if you'd like to see more, give this video a like if you liked it to help other people find it. Comment down below if you'd like me to make anything in particular, and I will see you all next time. Be good, be nice, and have a good week. Super squidgy, look at that.